Hi, beautiful soul. I'm here with the beautiful angels and archangels to bring you your message for November the 10th through till the 17th, 2025. This is a huge and magical week, and the angels have a very profound message for you. And I couldn't wait to come on and talk to you about it. So I'll be giving you some guidance, a bit of a forecast of what to expect with the energy, and some messages from the angels that will really help you through this really difficult energy at the moment. So I'm using Angel Messages Tarot, and I'm going to start with our very first card that came out, which is absolutely perfect. This is the Dreamer. It's number 0, which zeros, when you see in angel numbers, is the number for source, divine spirit, the universe, God, whatever your word for it is. And if you don't know what word to use, why not ask? Universe, what should I call you? And you'll hear, you'll get a message, I promise. This is new beginnings, but it comes with a sense that you must believe in yourself, and you need to hold a vision that doesn't involve negativity, right? So the angels are saying we are protecting you as you go through this journey. You know, this week includes a lot of big things happening astrologically, but also 11/11, right? 11th of November. Now, this has always been a profound date through history, but it is also a profound date because of the gateway, the energetic gateway, the two ones and either side of the gate. It's letting you know that you're walking through a time which is transformative for you. And it's really important that you hold the right beliefs, thoughts, expectations, and positive energy. And what the angels are saying to me as I'm speaking to you, we're working with Archangel Michael today, by the way, Archangel Uriel, Gabriel, and Raphael. And there's some others with us too, I'll talk about in a second, your guardian angels. So what they're talking about is that holding the right energy and not being in the wait and see energy, or not allowing your ego to be in control. So the ego is always pointing at things and saying, yeah, I know you want that, but look at this. You can't have it because of this. Self-comparison. What other people are doing, what's going on in the world, what fears, what disappointments from the past. It points to the past, the future, the present, the projections, the negativity of others, and it constantly is giving you a list of reasons why you can't do what you want to do, why you can't have what you want to have, why you're not who you want to be. And in fact, what this card is doing is it's zeroing in and getting rid of all that clutter and crap and saying there's only one thing you need to take care of, and that is your relationship with the divine, your soul. You are a soul living in a physical body, having an experience this lifetime. That's a miracle in itself. You've already overcome the biggest obstacles to get here. Now, you have to nurture that relationship with yourself, with the angels, with your higher self. You've got to turn down the volume of your ego, because the ego is the trickster here. It doesn't matter what the people out there are doing, really. It's what your ego is doing that is really the magnet to negativity, fear, bad karma, whatever you want to call it. So what the angels are saying is, like, you have a chance this week in this 11/11 portal to reset. And don't worry, the world's going through a reset as well, but you don't have to take care of all of that. You were never here to be a warden of everything and everybody in the world. You can't control so many things. So why are you trying? What you need to focus on right now is your journey. And of course, when you are fulfilled and happy and peaceful and safe and abundant and joyful, that's going to overflow into the world. And if you use the kindness and the compassion and you keep your heart open, you're always going to be a light to the world. You'll be guided to be a bigger light to the world. But right now you need to focus on you. And stop allowing your ego and your mind to point at all the things that you shouldn't be doing or can't do or why you can't do it. Just understand that as being the work of the ego, the illusion. So believing in yourself, getting yourself ready for this new beginning. What is it that you want to experience? And this isn't about wishes and supplication, and maybe it's going to happen for me if I'm a good girl or a good boy, or I do things right, or I, do the right thing and say the right words. It's not about that. It's about aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, your self-worth in a knowingness with the divine. Let's get this one thing straight. Your ego is constantly questioning your self-worth. Your higher self, your angels, the divine, your true self is never questioning your self-worth. It isn't even something it has to talk about. It's not up for discussion. It already knows that you're worthy and deserving. But, you know, we've been taught somehow that we've got to sort through all of the things that our ego says in order to come to a place where we suddenly go, oh, yeah, actually, I am worthy. Okay. And that's good if you can do that. But why waste all that time? Like, do the things to release the pain, the fear, the disappointment, cut the cords, clear the energy. Come to one of my attunements where we do a deep angelic detox every single month on your energy, your emotions, your mindset. We clear all of that clutter out so that you are protected. You have an impenetrable shield and a big circle of angels around you. So the ego stuff can no longer leak through and you are able to move forward. So I guess that if I was to break it down, the simplest thing to say for today, for this week, is, what do you want? We have a little girl watched over by our angel. There's so much joy. There's a puppy. There's a butterfly. There's light. There's flowers. It's like there's magic in this world. If only you'll stop looking at the not magic. Now, it's not to play denial, but you've got to be a little bit choosy. So great beginning for the week, letting us know we're in a reset. You're in a reset. So if you could reset, if someone could say, okay, scrape away the things that don't work, aren't working in your mind, in your emotions, in your relationships, in your health, in your career. What do you want? If we could scrape all those aside without the yeah buts. Yeah, but what if? Oh no, I can't. What if you could just put that aside for now and just go, all right, how would I paint this picture? Because this is a reset. So have a go at that. Do it with a light heart. So then I said, angels, what's blocking us this week? And this is the card. I know these cards really, really well because I had a good play with them before I came on. So this is the world. That's what's blocking you. It's just the world. Now, this isn't quite as literal as that. What's really happening at the moment is, do you know that saying that it's not what happens to a ship that sinks it, it's the water that gets inside. So, you know, when a certain amount of water gets inside a ship, it will start to sink. That could be what's happening for you at the moment, that you're letting the water into your ship. Now, because this is the world card, immediately the angels showed me that we're all overly invested in what's going on in the world. Things that perhaps we don't need to be, or perhaps we're just bombarded and we're taking in too much. We are, through our phones, we are connected to millions of people and their problems, millions of opinions, millions of judgment, millions of people to compare yourself to, millions of people pointing at things that are wrong in the world. And what that can do to our nervous system and our brain, and therefore our energy field, is just dissipate it, scatter it, overwhelm it. And then your ship starts to feel like it's sinking, right? So your job this week is to bail out some of that. What do you have to cut off from, cut cords to, stop looking at, stop believing in? Because remember the world, the material world, whether it be what's happening in your extended family, or what's happening in the politics of another country, or in your country, or what, you know, such and such said about you a couple of weeks ago that really hurt you. What that is doing is it's pointing to 3D as reality when we know it's the world of ego illusion, right? Drama is ego illusion. And that's why it's so easy to work with your angels to overcome the ego illusion in your life really quickly. I was looking through my reviews and testimonials because I updated my page for Angel Communication Practitioner. And how many people did that course who completely cleaned up their lives of addiction, of psychological problems, of relationship problems, financial problems, career problems, because they started to work with their angels and spirit and them higher selves and the source, just like that first card showed us, instead of the world of ego, right? So ego is seeping into your ship, your energy field, your body, your mind, and it's convincing you that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, you can't do it, you're not going to have it, you're not going to be able to manifest, you don't have any power. And what you have to remember is that fear is not real. F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. What false evidence are you believing right now that is sinking your ship and making you not believe in yourself? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if this is resonating with you, because it's really important. This is a really great affirmation if you're scared, if you're in a state of chaos, if you're around people who are behaving in an egoic way and it's, making you scared or stressed. The divine presence is here. The divine presence, I tell you, it works like magic. I was in surgery on Thursday afternoon, so I'm taking it very easy today, but I really wanted to come on and do this. And I was in the waiting room for 3 and a bit hours, like I was starving. When you've got to fast before, but I had to wait because there were some emergencies that came in that pushed me back. So as I was sitting there feeling a bit pasty and like worrying a little bit about everything and thinking, oh my God, am I doing the right thing having this surgery? I started to feel fear come up, and then I overheard some conversations that made me feel fearful. And I started to say, I called in my angels and I said, divine presence is here. The divine presence is here. And I felt the divine presence come in. I felt the peace. I stopped being tuned in and plugged into fear, to ego, to what ifs and yeah buts and worst case scenarios. And I felt entirely peaceful. I did a bit of clearing on myself because I knew that some fear situations that come into my world in the last day before that. So I just cut cords with that and cleared it out. And I felt immense peace. And that's when my doctor came out and said, we're ready for you now. And it all went really, really well. So I want you to know this, because I think our angels are very clear with us right now. If you're truly on a spiritual path, maybe you're someone who does this for a living like I do, or you want to do this for a living, or you are really committing to that next level of your spiritual path, it's really important, because at the moment, the physical material world, 3D, is doing somersaults to get our attention, to pull us out from that connection with spirit, to convince us that it's real. And you can say that's not real. It's false evidence. It will pass. It's a drama. It's not real. I'm not going to buy into that and go into doom and gloom, because that disempowers me and stops me from manifesting what I want, because it's convincing me that I'm not the powerful one, that fear is powerful. Massive, right? Huge spiritual information this week from our angels. Thank you, angels. So then we asked for guidance, and we got this beautiful card, the 8 of Earth. I love 8s, abundance, all right? The 8s, when you see 888, this one was 21, by the way. Education focused details. We've got the white feather. The angels are helping you with your life purpose, and they want you to focus on creating a vision, a dream, and commanding it. Focus on your life purpose. Imagine if everybody in the world was doing their purpose. Do you think there'd be this competitive ego, greed? If everybody just knew how to manifest, connected with their soul selves, working on their purpose, not comparing themselves to everybody else and what are they doing and why aren't they doing how I want them to do it. If they just got together with their angels, how can I make the world a better place? How can I serve in a way that fulfills me with joy and fills me with divine light? It may be time for you to do some study. It could be something you need to learn right now that's a missing piece in your jigsaw puzzle. It's not a block. It's not a problem. It's not something that's wrong with you. It just might be missing data. It could also be that you literally need to do some work. You need to work on your purpose. You may have had these dreams for a long time, but you're not doing anything about them because you're waiting and seeing and doing the yeah, but what if, worst case scenario. Just send me another sign so that I can feel validated for 10 minutes and then I'll go back to feeling insecure again, right? You're just being in the pinball machine of your ego if you're doing that. So it could be that you need to learn how to discern between your ego and your higher self, intuition and messages from your angels. You know, sometimes we imagine our angels are telling us something, but it's actually our ego being really loud and obnoxious. I have a whole module on that in my ACP program. And clearing out the fear really allows that ego, fear, noise to just turn the volume completely down. When we start to, you know, release all of the ways that we have fear in our energy field. So this is about you getting clear on not just your bigger picture, but also the details of it. So focus on what's important to you this week. That's going to help you be grounded. Look how she's working with wood. She's doing her art. She's doing her creativity. What makes you feel grounded and earthed and centered? Put away the phone, right? The angels are really, really clear on that. This isn't just a joke of like, oh yeah, our phones. They're really, really being clear. Now we got 2 messages for the outcome card. They were stuck together, so I'm going to show you straight away. What's the outcome of this week, angels? And this is Gabriel. Gabriel with the trumpet, with the orange sash, kind of bronzy colored sash. Number 20, 20. So 2s are the seeds of your dreams are coming to fruition with the help of the source, divine universe. And this is like an announcement. It's like, so this is rebirth, renewal, new beginnings, finally being able to see. And I think this is where this focus comes in, right? Focus on creating some abundance, but do it in a grounded way, not in a sort of like fearful way. So this is a time where you'll be able to have realizations. So look out for those deep insights this week. The mirrors, something showing you what you are, but also things showing you what you're not. This is what's been going on in the world at the moment with so much fear and people being stressed, uncertain, worried, really worried. And that's okay to be worried sometimes, right? We've got to turn it into a positive prayer eventually. Can't live in worry because we just manifest more things to worry about. But if you can focus on lifting your vibration and going, all right, some people are showing me who I am, right? Some people are showing you who you're not. And that's okay too. It's not okay for people to be rude or mean or disrespectful. But, you know, I think in spirituality, sometimes we're taught like, you know, when somebody treats you badly, you must have attracted it. That's BS spirituality. You didn't attract it. You know, sometimes when we have insecurities, people are attracted to us because they're like, oh, here's somebody I might be able to manipulate or bully or something, right? So we can clear that. We can clear that out. We can go, okay, I have some bully trauma. I'm going to clear that out. Be kind to yourself, but never go, oh God, this is my fault. Someone's mean to you. Stand up for yourself in a safe way. But you notice what shows up this week. That's what I mean to say. It's showing you what you want and what you don't want. And make sure you act on those things, because if you just still sit with it, you're still swimming in the big soup with all the things that you don't want that you could actually do something about. You know, there's a lot about spirituality where people just think, oh, it's happened, so the divine must want it for me. Not necessarily. You might just have allowed it in. You might be keeping it there because you believe you can't take back your power and remove it. So this is a time of rebirth, reevaluation, renewal, and reflection. And that's why I said the mirror. What's mirroring at you right now? And what is kind of definitely you and what's not you? You know, if somebody says something to me like, you are this, I'm like, no, I'm not actually. I know who I am. That says more about them. They're projecting. It's a projection of something they don't want to look at. They don't want to admit, they don't want to claim. So it isn't your job to heal them, defend, you know, nurture them through it, unless you're a healer and they're coming to, you know, but if they're doing it to you, your job to do is to put up your protection, put up a wall and say, you are on the other side of my wall now, right? That doesn't happen. So notice what is showing up, because the influences that you're allowing in that are not you are having an effect on your energy, and then they are going to magnetize more of the same, because that's the law of attraction. So then So what are you allowing? This is the other outcome card, which took me by surprise. It's the Knight of Water, which is very romantic. It can be romantic. It's emotional. It's dramatic. It's like, you know, the knight in shining armor. Look at him. He's a bit of a Chris Hemsworth type gorge, with his roses and his chalice and his heart radiating. He's even got a white horse on his t-shirt. So this can be something that sweeps you off your feet, that makes you feel really good. It could be that what you've been waiting for appears and it just brings you to tears, or it just makes you feel so emotional, in a good way. But also, the word dramatic again makes me think of ego. So this is a slightly longer reading this week. Let me know if you like the longer readings. So look out for the drama too, because drama can be draining. We know this because it's the ego. So it could be that you just have a big cry this week and you just have that realization of what's going on for you and what you really need to do and change. There's nothing wrong with you. The world is trying to tell us all that we have something wrong with us right now, right? There's nothing wrong with you. If there's something you need to change, you know deep down that you need to change it, and you can do it. But if you're beating yourself up, that's not going to help at all. So change the things and know that ultimately everything is between you, your angels, and the divine, and nobody else has to kind of be involved in that, because ultimately you're the one that can make the changes that are needed. So have no fear. Remember to see through the illusion and not get hooked into it, because when we're in it, it feels like we're in a washing machine and they're on the spin cycle. We're like, what's happening? Call your energies back to you. I've got an event coming up on the 21st of November, which is Divine Protection for Empaths. And we're working with Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, and Archangel Raphael together. Initially, I was only going to do Metatron and Michael, and Archangel Raphael muscled in and said, hey, you're not leaving me out of this. So we're going to be doing some really different energy work in this attunement. You'll have a deep guided soul journey, and I will be doing some work on your energy with the archangels to everything we talked about here. But I'm also going to teach you some high level energy protection and energy techniques that are going to help you with your manifesting, protect you, your home, your finances, your career, you know, and what you want and what you have. So that's on early bird at the moment. So if you want to book in, link is below in the caption or comments. And please click subscribe or like. It really makes a difference to my channel. Let's get more eyes on the angels. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a beautiful week ahead. Angel blessings. I appreciate all of the kindness everybody sent me last week. I am recovering. I'm going to go sit down now. Angel blessings.